Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Marcus, also known as the Nomad Thrifter. So, I have a serious question for you. Or maybe it's a statement, a deep philosophy that might help you guys along the way in your journey through life. So, this philosopher once said, every rose has its thorn, just like every night has its dawn, just like every cowboy sings a sad, sad song. And that wise prophet was Bret Michaels. All right, guys. But on a serious note, hope everybody's doing okay today. Today's January 10th. Gosh, I cannot. You know what it is. It's gonna be my next video. Is gonna be December 31st of 2021 because that's just how fast time flies. It's crazy. But my video today is gonna be on pet peeves. More specifically, pet peeves for when I'm out sourcing, or more or less is kind of a recent pet peeve that I've noticed within the Goodwills. All right, let's jump into it. So for you who follow my channel, full-time reseller, I sell on mostly the two platforms, Mercari and Poshmark. A lot of the stuff that I sell is items from secondhand stores, Goodwill, St. Vincent de Paul, whatever. The other part of it is sourcing at places such as Ross's, Burlington, Marshall's, discount stores of that nature. And as I said, recently I've noticed, and I don't know if it's just this whole pandemic thing, just as everybody being crazy or what, but or maybe it's me. Maybe it's me, who's the crazy one for getting, irritated by this stuff. And I mean, pet peeves, right? We all have pet peeves. Some people hate people who have weird laughs. Some people hate people who tap their feet. People who have a pet peeve when people take stuff that's not theirs. I mean, dishes in the sink. You just name it. So for me, I was in the Goodwill today, and there were just a few things that just kind of got under my skin. So one of them was for those who are resellers who do source at thrift stores, specifically to Goodwill. You know that every aisle has an arrow, right? So my first pet peeve is people not following the arrow. And even if we weren't in a pandemic or whatever, most of the Goodwills, their aisles are super narrow. You can't even get two carts into them. A lot of the times I'm shopping, I'll kind of push my cart to the outer aisle and then walk into it went off, and then walk in, just so I'm not inconveniencing people. But I hate it down to my core when somebody, and these arrows are big, there's no way you can't see it. So I'm following the arrow, they're coming at me, and we're kind of at that, like that little dance thing. And then they give me a dirty look. Well, you're the idiot who can't follow simple directions. I mean, come on now. It's a big arrow. Just move around and go back. I don't know. I mean, should I not get upset about that? Am I just kind of short-tempered today? Or I don't know. But it just aggravated me, especially the fact that, you're giving me this dirty look like I'm in the wrong. You're in the wrong and you're giving me the dirty look. So that's one thing. The other thing and this could be even in general, I've seen this and we've all seen this during the pandemic. Some people, the 0.0001225%, don't want to wear a mask. And if they're told to wear a mask, they blow up. They just blow up. They cause a scene. And for one, me personally, I could care less what you do with your life. I wear a mask, and I do it because I know that it's keeping me safe and it's keeping others around me safe. And yeah, it is an inconvenience. Yeah, it sucks. I don't like it, but it's you know this thing's going to pass through eventually, and we're not going to have to wear a mask. Why fight it, right? And people going into these businesses making a big fuss over it, you don't own that business. You're not a shareholder of that business. You're a guest in that business. And it just always irks me that, just the nerve of people, or the self-entitlement of people, to go into a place and say, I can do whatever the heck I want because I'm me, right? And if someone, management, whatever, comes up to them, they just blow up. And I love, and maybe this is bad for me to say, I love it whenever the police get called and they drag them out, because, they should be, used as examples. Come on now. We're all following the rules. Quit stirring up stuff. Just do it. And it's like that at the Goodwill too. Today, it was the third Goodwill I went to. This couple, they just made the biggest scene. And I was embarrassed for management, the employees. I was embarrassed for the couple. I mean, come on now. Again, you're a guest in this place. And there's rules. If you don't like the rules, then you shouldn't have entered in to begin with. The self-entitlement just kind of blows my mind. And they ended up just barging out. Like after 5 minutes of arguing, it was so idiotic. And again, these rules are in place to keep people safe. Yeah, it sucks. But get over it, because we're all doing it. Right? The next one would be, and I've noticed this kind of a lot in the last couple months, where somebody will set something down and you'll go over and pick it up and take it, and then like 5 minutes or whatever later, they'll see it in your cart and they'll be like, oh, I went back to get that, I wanted that, thinking that I'm going to give that item to them that they put back on the shelf. It doesn't work that way. If it's an item that you think that you want, but you're not 100% sure, keep it in your cart until you figure it out. Don't just put it back up there, because once you put it back up there, it's fair game, right? Another kind of example of that was, I think it was last week. So last week, my girlfriend and I, we were at one of the Goodwills, and up at the registers, that's where they have like the glass cabinets or whatnot. That's normally where they have the nicer things. Well, they had a beautiful pair of Nike Shox. They were pre-owned, but I swear they were maybe worn once, and it wasn't even outside. I mean, in reality, I could have probably sold them for brand new, and no one would even know the difference. And they were 75% off. So it ended up costing me, I think it was like $6 or $7. Not too bad, because I still haven't posted them yet. I'm behind, but I'm going to put them up for $80. Well, the longer story of it is, so it was in the cabinet. There's this lady just wouldn't even let me by there. So I'm just standing right behind her, and she's looking, and we're looking at like 5 minutes, and I really, really want those shoes. And, so finally I flagged down an employee. I'm like, hey, can I see those Shox in the cabinet? They got them out. I'm like, yeah, I'll take them. I mean, it was a steal. She cusses me out. She cusses the employees out. She stomps around, and for probably like 15 minutes, she would just randomly go off. So I don't know. Maybe she had a mental illness. I mean, it was it was strange for someone to just get so upset about that. One, if you really want them, you should have asked an employee to see them. You know, and I don't feel as bad just because she knew I was behind her and she's just making me wait and just rude. But I got him. Just the way that she blew up was just immature and uncalled for. So yeah, I think those are my Goodwill pet peeves. And as I said, a lot of it's kind of more like recent. Do you have those pet peeves? All right, guys. Well, you know, that's all I have. I hope you liked the video. If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. It helped me out a lot. It was good hanging out with you. And until next time, peace out, be safe, love and rock and roll. All right, see ya.